We are supersetting today. So you want to have 2 sets of weights if you can. Remember also, if you don't have different weights, resistance bands are going to be a really good addition to the workout. If you are using weights, just put them somewhere slightly higher up on a platform so you're not having to bend down to get them. You are going to need your mat today. We're going to end up on the mat. And we are supersetting. That means 2 exercises in a row. We are repeating each superset 3 times. Okay, let's start your warm-up. Take your legs just a bit wider than hip distance. We're leaving the legs there and we're going to start to circle our arms. So it's quite a lower body emphasis today. Just really nice big circles. And then we're going to circle the arms up and over, stretching out through the lower back. And now we're going to do some chest openers, just kind of widening the arms, bending the elbows, overlapping one arm over the other. I'm just going to turn a little bit of light on in here as well. Just opening up the chest. If you're quite tight in your pecs, just enjoy this. Start to move side to side. We're waking up our body here. Grab hold of your shoulders and we're going to add a little bit of a twist now just to wake up the spine, bracing the belly here. We are going to be starting our workout shortly with some squats. So we're going to do some squats in our warm-up to prepare our bodies for that. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. Now we're going to keep the legs just a foot wider than hip distance. We're going to come down, shoot the arms, and squeeze, lift. When we do a warm-up, you don't have to have perfect squats. You just want to make sure that you are bending and straightening the legs. So I just want you to warm up. That's all we're trying to do at the moment. We're going to do 4 more, 4, and squeeze. Now, remember those curtsy lunges from your hip class on Monday? They are coming back into the class today, but obviously slightly different because we're using the weights. Now hold it here. What I want you to do for me now is have your feet at hip distance. I'm going to turn side on. Place your hands on your hips. And we're going to do a little hip hinge. So quick feeling, hamstrings, slight bend in the knees, abs on tight, we stand up. Why are we doing a hip hinge today? Well, it's a newish movement. You may have never have done this before. We're hinging at the knicker-line. We're inhaling to hinge and we're exhaling. Now, this is to help to strengthen and stretch at the moment our hamstrings. At some stage in the class, we're going to be doing something called a kickstand deadlift. So this is preparing you for that. 2 more and 1 more. Now just to finish that warm up, we're going to take the legs really wide, lean into one side as you stretch out the groin, allow your hips to pull back. We've also got side lunges today. This is a good way to prepare you for that. Remember in our side lunges, we want to get really deep today. Just going to do 4 more switches. 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it here. We're going to walk the feet back in, just some marches. We're going to just do a nice set of marches just to make sure everything is nice and warm. Just waking up the body, telling our bodies we are about to do some quite intense exercise. Okay, we're going to do another 10 seconds here. 9, 8, abs on tight please. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and breathe. Right, you will need 1 weight in your hand. No, that's a lie. You need 2 weights in your hands, but we're going to be doing a single arm press. You need 2 weights, excuse me. Right, your legs, we want your toes to turn out slightly, and we want them to be wider than hips, but not so wide that you're going into a sumo squat. Okay, have a look at this. Arms, weights are up high. What that doesn't mean is you're leaning them. They are not touching. Your biceps are on. We're going to come down into a squat and have a look at this, a single arm press at the top. We come down. Now, of course, this exercise later becomes a double press, but I'm gradually progressing you to make sure that you're comfortable with the exercises. Make a start. The timer is on. Let's go, 40 seconds. Keep alternating your arms. Please notice the pace. I'm going to do a side view. Please notice the pace. We're not going crazy. This is not a HIIT class. We keep the intensity high, but we don't need to go fast. If you're not loving the feeling of weights, just make a fist and fist pump the air instead. Drive through your heels, just like we do in some of our Pilates exercises. Drive through your heels. One more time. And breathe. Right, now you just need one weight in your hand. So I wasn't completely wrong. Just one weight in your hand. We have got our curtsy lunges. Have a quick look at my demonstration. I'm going to start with 2 parallel feet. You're going to take one leg back. Now, the good news is we're going to switch the other side. The good news is you've done these already. Right, 40 seconds, off we go. We're alternating legs, but the pace is very different from the pace we had on in our HIIT workout. And in, good. So every time you want to come back to 2 parallel feet, notice the pace. I don't want you to rush these. Try to keep 2 hip bones facing me the whole time. So in other words, try not to twist. If you weren't loving the feeling of a curtsy lunge, maybe today it's not for you, just tap. You can do a tap instead. So crossing the body, you're still getting that multi-directional training, but a bit safer. Okay, make that your last one. Have a breather. That was the first of 3 sets that we're about to do. Okay, I did bring a variety of weights with me. So I'm actually going to pick up my slightly heavier weights. Doesn't mean you have to. What you might want to do is have a band around your legs. Okay, we're going to get ready in 3, 2, 1. We are back in our squat mode. Squat down, just one arm please, push. Okay, let's talk about what your tummy muscles are doing. When you come up, I want you to find that Pilates belly brace, that Pilates hollow. You're so lucky that you know a bit of both. And if you don't, you soon will. We can use our Pilates breathing, you see, when we do an exercise like this. So focus on your abdominal bracing here. It's going to set you up for success. Coming down. We've got time for 2 more reps. Just about. Last one. And breathe. Have a breather. Have a release. Okay, put your weights down somewhere safe. We're going to do our curtsy lunges. Now, if you were finding the curtsy lunges easy with 1 dumbbell, I would recommend now grabbing 2. Okay, so we're going to get ready to go in a few seconds. With 2 weights, the technique doesn't change at all. Right, we go 2, 1, off we go. Lean into the side. Now, the focus is on the side butt cheek. That's what curtsy lunges are amazing for. And also I use the phrase multi-directional training. That's what we all need to be doing. We spend our whole life looking down at our phones or bending over kids or whatever. So we need to work sometimes side to side, laterally, so that these muscles don't just give up. If you don't use them, you lose them. So think about the side of your bum as you come down. Don't speed up. This is not your HIIT class. The heart rate will elevate, but the focus is on the strengthening. Keep going. You've got time for 1 more here. Catch your breath. Okay, I'm going to put my weights down. Right, we have got 1 more superset. Gonna have a little breather, grab some water if you need to. All right, I'm going to pick up my heavier weights again. Do what you need. Do what works for you. You can even use no weights. Let's have those feet turned out. I'm going to do a side view again for you. Weights up high. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Go down, punch the sky. You don't need to twist your wrist. If you are struggling with squats, maybe have a little breather from the squats. Just do that punch up in the air. You're still going to elevate the heart rate and you're going to get a gorgeous shoulder workout. Keep going. Now, are your knees knocking in? Have a look at your knees. Let's focus on the knees. Coming down and push. Coming down and press. Notice the knees, they should be in the same line as your big toes. Give me 2 more. Last one. Drive it up and breathe. Well done. Okay, put those weights down. Ready for the final set of your curtsy lunges. Okay, let's go. In 3, 2, 1, take it away. Coming down, back to parallel feet. Coming down, don't be shy. We want a deep bend through. Now imagine an exercise where we combine squats and curtsy lunges. That is an exercise you will be doing. We're getting stronger, stronger, stronger every day, so that when we get to those exercises, yes, they'll be hard, but they're not going to be too hard. They're going to be just right for the level of strength that you're about to maintain. Good. This is real breathlessness you're hearing. It's a great cardio workout, even though we're not even focusing on that right now. Keep going. Nearly there. One more rep. One more rep. Well done. Right, you get a much longer breather now, a whole minute. Put your weights down somewhere safe. I'm going to grab a sip of water. Feel free to do the same. And then we're going to move on. Okay, you're having a rest. I'm actually not having a rest. Okay, this is the second superset, the final superset. And we're going to do something called a kickstand deadlift. Now, the thing people find awkward here is the fact that we stagger our legs. So if you imagine a lunge, you've got a nice wide stance. What we do here is actually a teeny tiny little stagger of the legs. The back heel is lifted. The front heel is flat. Remember that hinge we did in our warm-up? Now, what I'm going to say to you is, if your balance is dodgy, I want you to have just one weight in your hand and one hand against the wall, so that you don't have to worry about keeping your balance, and you're going to do your kickstand deadlift there, holding against the wall. It's a much better alternative if you've never done these before. Okay, we're going to have to our first set now. 40 seconds on one leg, 40 seconds on the other leg. Okay, I'm going to focus on your tailbone here. So I've got my left leg in front, my right leg is back, which means my right heel is lifted. A slight bend in that front knee, please. Now, 1 or 2 weights, go down the leg, close to the leg. I said I'm going to talk about your tailbone. I want your tailbone lifting up, and then it comes down. Whoops, I lost my balance there. Okay, we go down, and then we drag it up. Excellent. We might only get 5 or 6 reps on one side each. Do not worry about that. The focus is on the technique. Tailbone lifts and tailbone comes down. Those tailbones are amazing pieces of equipment in our bodies. They allow these movements to happen. So just focus on it. Bear with me. Let's do one more. It's like you're shaving your leg in the wrong direction. Notice how I've bent that left knee. Not too much, just enough. We're not going to take much of a break. We're going to switch. Remember to hold the wall if your balance is dodgy. Your knees are in line with one another, okay? The back heel is lifted. Let's take it away. 40 seconds. Here we go. We travel down the leg, come up. If you message me and say, my back was hurting me during this exercise, then this is the alternative I'm going to tell you to do. First of all, don't use the weights. Second of all, lose your stagger. In other words, 2 parallel legs, and you're just going to continue your deadlifts there. Okay, that's going to be what I will tell you in a message if you message me about it. So that is your alternative, please. Okay, we're going to do it again. We go down. You could be very tight in your lower back, and this is actually stretching you out a little bit. Not all pain is bad. 2 more, as you've probably noticed. And then last one. Snap up. All right, take a breather. Put your weight somewhere safe, please. So that's your kickstand deadlift. You could call it a single deadlift, but that's actually a slightly different exercise. But you don't have to worry about the names. That's my job. We're now going to go into a side lunge. Think of the curtsy lunges you were just doing. I'm going to pick up my 2 slightly lighter weights for this. Okay, so have a look at this. A bit like the curtsy lunges, except we step to the side and then we pull back in. We step the other side and then we pull back in. We've done this before, I know. 40 seconds, let's take it away. And so we are multi-directional training again. We've done the hamstrings. We're back to the sides of the legs. Now don't be shy. Get that tailbone to reach back behind you. If we can get these tailbones in the right place, these exercises become pretty seamless. Right, we've got 4 more. Here we go. Step to the side, lean and squeeze back in. Notice how we don't do loads and loads of reps. 2 more. But boy, do they work. Last one. Okay, first superset complete. Put your weights down to one side. Take a quick breather. Not for too long. Ready? Left leg in front, if you're mirroring me, or doing the same as me, I should say. Soft knees, knees in line with one another, please. You shouldn't be able to see the back knee if you were doing a side view. Are we ready to go? 3, 2, 1. Right, get those abs on tight now. Inhale, take the weights down your legs. You don't need to go low. I am going just a few inches below my knee. I don't want you to go down to the foot because look what happens. We completely lose the technique. So hover about mid-shin or even higher if that works for you. Keep going. Travel down. Squeeze your bottom. Like I said, if your back doesn't love this one, you are doing a double leg deadlift, a regular deadlift. Keep that bent knee at the front because that's going to give you more hamstring back of the leg. Last one, inhale and switch. I'm going to turn to the other side. Okay, are we ready? Back heel is lifted. Abs on tight. Let's take it away. Tailbone rises. Look at the knee, it's slightly bent. The back knee is quite a bit more bent. They almost match when you get to the deadlift position. And again, we go down and squeeze lift. Take the weights down, tailbone rises. Watch your neck positioning. If you're looking at me as you're going down, I would now trust yourself and start to lower the gaze as you travel down your leg. When you come up, you look forward. In other words, the gaze kind of follows you. 2 more we've got time for. Go down and then up, squeeze. Last one, down, up and squeeze. Well done. Right, ready for your side lunges. I'm just going to keep my weights now. Feet parallel. Draw the shoulders down. Just do a quick check that the abdominals are in the right position. We're going to get going in 3, in 2, take it away. Step to the side, lean in and squeeze. Good. Step to the other side. Don't rush these. If you notice you're not getting very low, spend a bit of time sitting in that position. Just spend some time there. There's nothing wrong with that because then you actually feel the movement, feel the exercise. Right, if anything is starting to hurt, like knees or backs, you are going to do this instead. You're going to tap to the side. I'm going to just change my weights here. Tap to the side. So my whole foot is coming down to the side. So that is your option. It just makes you brace your leg muscles without you having to lunge. We're going to do 2 more. So that's your option. Just a step tap, but the weights will come up high. Done. Have a breather. 20 seconds, not very long. We're going to keep our weights. Oh, okay, this is it. Final set of your kickstand deadlifts or your single deadlifts. Are you ready? Left leg in front if you're doing the same as me. Got a bend in the back knee and a heel lift. Abs on tight, please. We got 40 seconds. Let's go. We go down the leg. So everything I've spoken about comes into this. The abdominals, the tailbone, that squeeze of the bum, that bend of the front knee. If you haven't felt these muscles before, then they are so vital for back health because they support so much of the spine. Think about how much we're using our tailbones here. Everything is linked. Keep going. Take the weights down. Don't go too far, remember. I'm not asking you to go far. I'm just asking you to hinge, feel the back of the leg and squeeze, lift. One more here. Switch. I'm going to just turn the other way. Here we go. We've got that back heel lifted, back knee bent. We're going to get ready to go in 3, in 2, in 1. So we're about under 20 minutes-ish. We have already worked all of the muscles in our legs. We've trained all the muscles. We've also done our shoulders. We've also trained our shoulders. When we get on the mat, we're going to be doing triceps and core. And the aim each week is that we train each muscle group at least twice, okay? You know you're onto a good thing then. Keep going, coming down. That is the goal with strength training. We're going to go down. So it's not about how much you work out or how many minutes. It's how many times are you activating all your muscles. Right, we've got 2 more reps. Here we go. 2. Push that heel down. Last 1. Push that heel down. Take a breather. This is it. Well, kind of. This is it for the standing work. Okay, we're going to get ready to go. You've got a few more seconds of rest before we jump on our mat. Are you ready, guys? Parallel feet. We are going into side lunges. Here we go. Step to the side and pull in. Keep the weights between your legs. Now, the leg that moves to the side, the toes will probably turn out. Like that sumo squat position we've done before. That's completely fine. You don't have to make the foot be dead straight. I think turning it out is actually quite a good idea. Some of you won't need to. You'll just find that your foot stays straight. Now keep going. If you need an alternative, the weights are coming up here. You're going to step and in. Notice how I just put a little bit of weight in my knee. It looks like a really bad lunge, doesn't it? But what it just does is it makes you step to the side without bending the knee too much. Let's do 2 more reps. So if you're doing it in a controlled way and you understand, I just want you to move sideways, that's the point. Have a breather. Right, you only need 1 weight onto the floor with you. We are coming down onto our mats with your weight. We're going to have some fun now. Do catch your breath. Do grab some water if you need to. Now the first exercise I'm going to demonstrate to you is a bridge with a tricep extension. Hence we only need 1 of the weights. I've got my 4 kilo here. So this is the position I want you to be in. I'm going to have your arms up to the sky. I'm actually I'm going to start you off in a moment with some proper bridges. But just to show you what your bridge is going to look like, we're going to push up, tricep bend, and then as we extend, we lower the bottom down. I'll show you that again. Lift the hips, bend the elbows. We extend the arms, come down. So that's what we're about to do, but bear with me. Now, we have got the weight above your face. Do not drop your weight, please. We're going to inhale, exhale, tuck the tailbone under, peel off the ground, and hold, pause. Use your out breath to round down. After the work we've just done, it's nice to do this. We're only going to do 1 more time. If this feels better than what I'm about to do with you, maybe just stick with these. Maybe don't do the tricep extensions. Otherwise, hold it here. Hold your horses. Get ready. Just lift your hips high. Bend your elbows. Going to let the hips come down as we extend. Bend the elbows, lift the hips. If you're doing the other way around to me, don't worry. Do not stress. We are doing something that does require coordination. It's not always easy for us. Now, where does your weight end up? Crown of the head, please. Not to hit you on the crown of the head, just kisses it. Keep going. I would be more focused on that than whether you're doing it at the exact same time as me. I like to change these up anyway, so it's not right or wrong. Are you ready for 6 more? 6 and down. 5. Get those hips up, tuck that tailbone under. That's how you get the hips up. 3 more. We go 3 and 2 and 1. Hold it here. Extend your arms. Hold. Just pause here. Push through those heels. This is where all your leg work is coming into it. Hold it for 4, for 3, For 2, for 1, melt the spine down. Well done. Release your pelvis. Bend the elbows. Just carefully place your weight to one side. Just be very careful as you do that. Okay, I want you to straighten your legs. We are in Pilates mode now. So if you've done the Pilates workout, the bonus workout, you'd have already done this exercise. If not, and if it's new, please don't worry at all. We're going to lengthen the legs long. We're going to take the arms up to the sky and the arms come overhead. We're going to inhale, exhale, just into a chest lift. Now the toes are pointed, the abdominals fall into the floor, and we're going to lie everything back down. Take the arms overhead. Exhale, come up. Look straight at your pointed toes. Your fingers and your toes match. Abs pull down into the floor. We're just going to do that one more time. And this is what you're going to do if the next exercise doesn't work for you. So we're going to take the arms overhead. We're going to exhale. Now we're peeling off the ground. If you didn't get up, stick with that chest lift. Now we're looking down at the legs and we're going to pulse 1, pulse 2, pulse 3. But what I'm going to get you to do today is to restack the spine. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. So right now we've got parallel legs, parallel arms. Take an inhale breath. From a straight spine, tuck the tailbone under. You might still be busy doing your chest lift, by the way. Just carry on as you are. Take the arms overhead. Just a quick thing, if you're doing the chest lift and your neck's getting sore, interlace the hands behind your head now. Otherwise, with me, inhale, exhale up. Dragging the belly back, we're going to reach forwards for 1, for 2, for 3. Restack. The restack is a chance to scoop in the abdominals. We inhale, we exhale, we round down. Bone by bone by bone. Take the arms overhead, pull the ribs down. This is your last rep. Exhale up. Reach the crown of the head away. Look between your legs. 1 and 2 and 3. Restack. Stay here. If you're on your back, join me. We're going to open up the knees and we're going to lean forward, just holding onto your feet. You could even use your elbows just to lean into the legs. Just take a little chance to stretch out. Another one of my favorites is if you bend your knees and grab your feet and just pull away with your arms and your lower back. Just gives you a really gorgeous stretch. Hold it here. Okay, we are going to finish with a seated twist. It's the only element we haven't done in our class today, apart from in the warm-up. So a seated twist. Now you hear me say this, if you've trained with me before, there are so many ways you could sit. If possible, I want you to sit. I'm going to just sit at a funny angle. I want you to sit with your legs straight out. That's the ideal. Maybe grab a cushion and sit on it. If that's not for you, you're going to bend your knees. If that's not for you, you're going to let them flop to the side. Alternative is cross your legs. So find what works for you. I'm going to be here because I want to show you the advanced version. And we're going to finish with a seated twist. This is what I want you to do. Lengthen your arms and scoop up the belly. Spread your wings, turn your palms forwards, pull the collarbones away from each other. Notice how your upper shoulders, upper back muscles come together. I'm going to do a slow twist. I don't want the legs moving. If you need to bend your knees now, do. Hold it here. Try and look at your back arm. Come through center. Twist the other way. The Pilates twist is different from a yoga twist. It's quite functional. Imagine you're driving in your car and you're having to look behind you. Come through center. Twist, pump, pump, center. Flex those feet. If you're not loving this feeling, I want you to do this. First of all, check your legs. Maybe just take the hands across your chest and do a slow twist. Don't do the pulses. Right, with me, we go 4 and center, twist, 3, 3, center, pump, pump. This is your last one. Center. Bring your arms in front, release. I'm going to face you now. I want you to sit comfortably. This is, for me, comfy. If this isn't comfy for you, kneeling. You could even come up to standing right now. Okay, let's finish. I'm going to take those arms long. I'm going to reach over to one side, fall into a side bend. Now, in this position, we're trying to ground the hips. Come up and... So not only have we worked every single muscle today, we've also had time for a bit of a stretch. 2 more. We've worked also the rotation in our trunk, and now we're doing our lateral flexion. You've literally got everything today. And then just release, roll out the shoulders. We're going to come up together. Come onto your hands and knees. We'll get our hamstring stretch in here as well. Tuck your toes under. We're coming up. Ready? Exhale, push up, hold. We're going to walk our hands in towards our feet, which means you must bend your knees. Hang forwards. Take your hamstring stretch here. And maybe if you need more of a stretch, go and do the bonus stretch video that is on your dashboard. Exhale, round up. Roll the shoulders back and down. Now, go and enjoy your day. Go and eat something nourishing. Go and have some protein and a few other bits and pieces as well, because you need it after that workout. That's how our muscles will grow. Have a great, amazing day. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Take care.